You might notice that I'm sliding off of the black keys to make the bass line sound better. First, we'll learn the notes, then we'll add the slide. The bass line melody is an arpeggiated pattern almost exactly the same as the 1-4-5 pattern you learned in Basic Step 1. An arpeggio is the notes of a chord played one at a time. So let's take a look at that. Be sure to practice this pattern in the 12-bar progression at a slow tempo, and then slowly increase this as you get more comfortable with it. Now let's add the black key slide. So the way to do that is simply take this note, which is the E flat, and just kind of slide right into that E that we're targeting anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now we come up to the F, and we take this A flat and slide it right into the A. So it's going to sound like this. Back to the C and the slide. See, it's pretty easy. Now let's go up to the G. So we want to take this B flat and just slide it right into the B natural. So it has a real nice sound when you do that. Back to the F. With the slide, easy. Okay, check out the right hand pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. I've changed two things from the first example. First, the rhythm is different. I'm playing 3 notes per beat, which is called a triplet, like this. 2, 3. So there's 3 notes there. Second, I'm adding some different notes to the chords to give them a different feeling. The C chord contains the note A, which is the 6th note of the C scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That note makes it a C6. The voicing is a little bit different because we start the C6 not with the C like this, but instead we start it with the E. So that would be E, G, A, and C. So once again, we're using an inversion. The F and the G chords each contain an extra note added to the dominant 7 chord we already learned. So in the case of the F, that extra note would be the 9. So let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this chord, we have G played right here. So once again, we have another note, and that note is the 9, and that's actually another inversion that we're using. So the G chord is practically the same. So let's examine the G. This note is A, which is a 9, and we put that into our voicing here as well. There's the A, so it's inverted. I'm not playing every possible note in the 9th chords because it would be too hard to finger. The note I'm leaving out is the root, which is being played by the left hand. As before, I'm inverting the chords to make it easier to change from shape to shape. Okay, so here's the C6 again. 2, 3. Now we're going to go to the F9. We're going to play it like this. 2, 3, 4. Now before we move on, let's check that out again. C6 to F9. This is pretty easy because all we're doing is moving this thumb down to the E flat. So we're taking this note here, moving it down there. Every other note in that chord remains the same. So it's very easy to get to our F9 from the C6. So let's do it with the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 2, 3. Again on C. 1, 2, 3. And the F. Hey, this is easy. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And back to the C6. 2, 3, 4. the G9, 2, 3. So let's take a look at that. So from the C6 to the G9, we're just moving up this exact same shape. So if you it's almost as if you took your hand in this position and lifted it up and then put it this position, move over one note, you're going to have the exact same shape that you need for the G9. So let's try that. Do it with me. Good. Okay, now let's try it with rhythm from the C6 to the G9. 1, 2, 3, and triplet, triplet, triplet. Now the G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now we need to go to the F9, which is played this way, as you remember. So now we have to go from here, the G9, to the F9. So let's just do that a few times till we get it. G9 to F9. Remember those shapes. Okay, let's try it with rhythm. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Now to the C, which is very easy. Remember this E flat moves up to E. 1, 2, and 5 chord G, and back to C. Don't forget to practice this pattern slowly at first, and then increase the speed. If you find your right hand getting tired, it may be because you're using the arm muscles instead of the wrist and finger muscles. Be sure to relax, keep good posture, breathe, and use the wrist muscles, and you'll get it in no time. Now that we can play each hand separately, let's put them together. The challenging part of putting the two hands together is eliminating mistakes from the pattern. The main thing we need to do in order to avoid mistakes is work on transitions within each pattern. In other words, we have to work on each change to make a different chord shape. Keep working on it very slow till you get it. When you're ready, let's play along with the sequencer and see how it feels up to tempo. Let's go. Okay, how did you do?